Cosmic here, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to talk about the Altered trading card game, which is 1 week away from launch at the time of this video going live. And yes, I've been getting a ton of questions about the digital sim, or I'm just even surprised at how many people don't know about it. And yes, in my last video, I might have gotten a little part wrong, and even though it was 99% right, so I did want to spend a little bit of time correcting that information. But then also I wanted to share is that we got a really cool giveaway to do. So yes, the folks over at Equinox, or the company behind it, sent us what is effectively going to be a release bundle, is what I'm going to call it. They might call it something different. Again, I'm doing this late at night before the official word goes out, but I was so excited I wanted to record and do a Gleam.io giveaway. So spoiler, if all you care about is a giveaway, link is going to be in the pinned comments. Go check that out. But one of the really cool things that they've updated on the website that we're also going to talk about after I cover the digital sim is a couple updates around organized play, and specifically the launch event, which is going to have 2 different formats, and one of them is, spoiler, a starter deck and 3 booster packs. And on top of that, someone's going to get some sleeves, or actually 2 people are going to get sleeves, 2 people are just going to get the starter deck and booster packs because I ran out of sleeves. But that is another story for another time, but definitely look forward to that in the pinned comments. But with that out of the way, let's get into the actual digital sim, talk about why I'm really excited for this game, as well as some of the updates that they have coming out. So up first, yes, I do want to go back to the Altered announcement on Board Game Arena. Now, yes, I did talk about this in the previous video, but this is something that has just been coming up time and time again that I think is super important for Altered to focus on, and I'm so glad that they're doing this for set 1, but I want to see them kind of continue this and carry it through, because I think it is just so important for the game's kind of longevity and getting off the ground. Because in the first season, much like Star Wars Unlimited has done recently, and much like some other games have done, where you take off the first season, make sure that the product gets out to your audience, make sure people are going to their local game stores, building up the communities, and then when set 2 or even set 3, like in Star Wars, rolls around, then you really start to have more like your store championships and your bigger events and things of that nature. So while we're all, getting ready for holiday season 2, having a digital sim is just the best blessing in the world. So again, one of the things that I want to highlight here is you just go on Board Game Arena, you type in Altered in the top corner here, and you're going to see it. And then, of course, I am going to be showing some gameplay here of the actual digital client that will be updated that players can look forward to using. And honestly, it also just looks so good. I hyped up the other one, which is more the community performed one, or community modded, but I want to give a lot of love and support to the official digital sim that is supported on Board Game Arena. And yes, it is Board Game Arena, so there is going to be a little bit of that. It's not as fully automated as you like. There's still quite a bit of automation in here, but you'll notice that there will be a bit of clicking and confirming that you have to go through as you learn the tutorial. And again, just showing off kind of a late game here. It does show you the comparisons that you need to make, which zones you need to win in, things of that consideration. Again, this is just sped up, but it does give you all the information at quick glance that you could be looking for, that I think this does kind of pass that bar, pass that threshold of being a really nice digital sim that you can look forward to using. And of course, the biggest deal is that it is going to use your collection. So that deck that you're perfecting and you're taking to your locals and you're just trying to refine, you can take it on Board Game Arena later on in September and get some extra games within it. So maybe you do have later on down the road one of those big championship events coming up and you just really want to grind some extra games. Board Game Arena is going to be one of your one-stop shops for it. And of course, there are going to be other, I'm sure, webcam-based communities that built around. I'm sure people will be looking for games in the official Discord, things of that nature. But again, it's nice to have a fully supported digital sim that uses your collection and is going to be an important focus for the game. So the other couple things I want to talk about, and I'll have links to these as well, but just organized play overall. There is going to be seasonal play, so it is going to be like your typical I know there's this kind of hybrid of TCGs versus, your set releases are effectively a season versus, the online or digital card game space as seasons based on, well, the card sets as well. But they usually have like battle passes and stuff like that. Spoiler, we do have an adventure pass here, which I'm going to talk about in the other update, but just giving you a really quick overview of kind of what to expect. Expeditions, these are your locals. You can do either a best of 1 or best of 3. I'm not going to get into that right now, but I know that's going to be a big deal for people. Yes, best of 3 is confirmed. You love to see it. But again, please keep in mind, if it is a weekday and if it's a Wednesday night, sometimes you just want to get in the extra rounds, play best of 1, get out of there in 2 hours sort of thing, right? Just allow people to come in, have fun, and get get those special promo boosters, which, yes, they are in fact doing promo boosters as well. Digging that a little bit more here shortly. So it's really nice to see more of that kind of community building of going to your locals, getting rewarded with the event packs, as it were, that a lot of other trading card games in the space do. But I really appreciate what they're doing for this game in particular, between the promo boosters and between the adventure pass. And then just some final notes here about, yes, there will be some bigger championships we can look forward to. Yes, more is going to be starting with set 2, but it is a little bit of a wait and see on that end. So the part I want to go back to now is the actual season 1. Here we are. What can you look forward to in just 1 week from when this video goes live, right? So we have the promo boosters, and we have a nice little breakdown. Really do appreciate the transparency and the drop rates and all that stuff. But effectively, for going to your LGS, supporting your locals, which truly, if you follow me on Twitter, or if you've seen a lot of my videos, I cannot stress enough how important it is to please go out and support your locals. If you want to see Altered, or any trading card game for that matter, in your home store, join their Discord, talk to the employees, see what demo events are running, right? Get in there, talk with everybody, and try to build up a community. Yes, it does take a lot of work, but where the industry is at, we really need to see more, partnerships and buy-ins from both the store side and the community side coming together and working together to make these games really, truly excel and celebrate the games at the end of the day. So yes, you do get the promo boosters, and you'll notice here some exclusive promos. We have the champions or hero cards here. You do have the common foiler, rare foiler, a unique foiler, as well as some tokens. And God, I love these tokens actually. So that is really nice to see here. And again, we do get into some of these textless hero cards. They are good to play. I know some people, if you're like me and just play maybe too many card games, I will always just use the foil Kickstarter variants, because I just need to remember what stuff does or have it on me. But this is such a cool flex thing to do. And then, of course, if you high roll, you get in that event pack, it's exciting to open. And I think that's something that is really great to see. And also the full arts just look great. What I'm really excited for is the alternate art tokens. Believe it or not, like, this is the most hype thing for me. Because they do stand out. They look so different. I'm someone who's really excited for Maw. So to see this one here in the bottom right, I'm like, man, this is so cool. I love this. I'm really cannot wait to get this in my hands. Now, the other part of it, like, this alone is pretty good. It's pretty standard, to be fair, of where the industry has been going, kind of what we'd expect to see over a number of games. So good to see here. But going down into the adventure pass, this is where it gets really cool. Now, this is where I want to see where this goes, right? And the timing of this is kind of funny because I just ranted on Twitter about how you need to have a strong IP, or you really need to be doing something unique to support your game and get off the ground. And maybe that's the number one reason why I am so excited to see where Altered goes, because you have the opportunity to then, it's a unique gameplay itself, right? If you sat down and you checked out the game, or if you had a chance to watch a how to play video yet, it is just unique in itself, and I think that stands out. But what's really nice now is also this adventure pass, where now you actually get to rank up. You get to see little icons get added, and you can see here in my profile, like, it just says Cosmic at the top and has a blank profile because there's nothing out there yet, right? There's going to be customization that you can add to your account. Bushy Road recently did this with Shadowverse Evolve, and you got these really cool titles that you got to add, and that was just such a nice thing. But with Altered, because you are going to have a digital marketplace, and your name tag and flair and all that stuff is going to be significantly more visible, I think this is a really nice nod to what they're going to be doing. And you can see here the Adventure Pass, you just play whatever you want, you just pick your faction from there. You can play any hero, you level up, you're getting the badges, there's the 4 different tiers of it, you get foiler cards, and then also the alt art cards, which I am so excited for. So again, badges, foilers, you can read this more in details if you want to, but the ones that I'm really excited for are these alt arts, because it's such a nice way to reward, especially with like the physical training, to commons and rares, get out to your local game store, get these really sick looking alternate art cards that are not attainable anywhere else. Yes, again, they are going to be just alt art, so it's not like your exclusive promos or anything like that, so don't worry, just alt arts, but still a really cool flex piece to have. And again, I think the artwork looks really good on these. All of these have been an absolute home run, and just in general, I think Altered has a lot of great artwork. That's another thing that really continues to draw me back into it. I get really excited to see all the rares and uniques because they have that full art treatment, and it just looks so nice. And even commons are pretty good for what we've seen, you know, kind of across the industry and having more of an art focus. So that is really nice. And so the last thing I want to cover are the launch events. And this is something that was newly added. I think it's really exciting. And again, with the event locator or just asking around, you know, clicking the events tab, make sure you see, hey, which one of my local game stores is hosting this? Try to build up the community, see what people are excited to play the game. There's these road shows that just happen, at least here in Michigan, and I'm sure elsewhere that happen, that are a really good way to gauge of like, yes, people are interested, but then kind of what's next, right? And then you have to help build the community from there. But you can see that we are doing the 1 starter deck or the 3 retail boosters, which again had those and will be part of the giveaway, or also a 7 retail booster for a more sealed experience. Now, all that out of the way, all that is really exciting. The one thing I do have to mention is there was also an update on their digital roadmap. And the one part that's really important here is for at the very end is that the board game arena, it is still planned for September, but most likely end of September. And for me personally, because I'm going to Dallas for Bondi Card Game Fest, I have the Union Arena launch at the end of September with the pre-release. The timing is going to be a little bit funky with how I get extra altered videos out there, but I am very excited to create a couple of videos on this game, go into the board game arena client, really make sure to highlight that through some deck building stuff, through some, maybe get some like community tournaments going, whatever that might look like. I definitely want to get some gameplay videos on the channel, so I'm very excited to see where this lands. And then the other thing, yes, there has been a few delays, but the thing I really want to give a huge shout out to Altered for as well is their communication has been top notch, both in the Discord as well as on their website and keeping it up to date. Now, yes, things like the digital app experience, in my opinion, did take a little bit longer to get fixed than some of us would have liked, but that is a bit minor compared to the fact that we are complaining as a Kickstarter backer to the, in comparison to where it was for the full launch. So there's a little bit of a grain of salt that I take with that, you know, having to say like, okay, you know, we are in the beta version of it effectively, but it's still good to see that even with, as we are already, like there's a lot of accounts created, lots of cards have been getting scammed. Like this app is getting used, and I'm glad to see more people pick it up from there. So again, of course, I have all these updates in the pinned comments, as well as the link to the giveaway. Again, I have the booster packs, sleeves, starter decks, lots of things. There's gonna be 4 winners in total, I will add. But other than that, are you excited for Altered? Definitely let me know if you want to see more content on the channel, and if you have a launch event near you soon. So again, quick late night update upload, as it were, for me, and I'll have it, you know, edited and all that good stuff tomorrow. And I'm really excited because the full rules go out tomorrow, and they said there's gonna be some big updates on the website that I don't know yet. I'm recording this in the past, you know, sort of thing. So I hopefully will be awakened to some cool updates as well, so we can celebrate those all together. But otherwise, make sure to join the community, get connected, and hopefully we'll have more Altered content for you soon. But until then, my friends, stay safe, stay hydrated, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.